give a war.
Your Juneteenth invisible.
right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Ned Ghost Rider broadcast. I am Ned Ghost Rider. Most people call me Ghost. Welcome in, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good June 19th, 2025, otherwise known as Juneteenth. It is a acknowledged federal holiday as of 2021. And it is a day that that is acknowledged because this is the day that the last of the enslaved people under America's chattel slavery were freed in the state of Texas. So today I thought it'd be a good idea, as the title says, to shut up and listen. And we're going to go over a little bit of the history of Juneteenth, how it started. And we're also to start, we're gonna make it a little bit more fun. We're gonna have a comedian tell it. There's a black comedian that we're gonna watch do this. Josh Johnson. The title of the video is Juneteenth Explained to White People. So that's how we're gonna start. And then depending on how that goes, I have a couple other videos about Juneteenth. They're a little bit more dry. Not nearly as fun, but also welcome in Cringe Baby and Real Shad and Keko. It's just lo-fi. It's just synthwave radio, lo-fi girl. So if you ever want to know what it is, you can go look it up. I'm sure that's how Keko looked it up. Or he's using his phone or something like that. His new phone. But yeah, so I basically I watched Andor last night because they didn't fix my Crunchyroll. So I couldn't watch One Piece. So I restarted Andor last night. I watched episode 1. Keko just knows. I restarted with episode 1, and I kind of fell asleep at parts of it, but I watched everything. And I definitely picked up on things that I never picked up on the first time. I might rewatch it. I honestly might rewatch it again, just so like I actually pay attention to the whole thing. I'm not scheduled for work tomorrow, so technically the stream can go for a while. But we'll see. I might want to record a video and edit a video tomorrow. Yeah, because it sucks. It doesn't, Keko. Okay. All right. Okay. I'll see you in 60 seconds, Keko. Yeah, that blasphemy is not going to be tolerated in this. Just so everyone's aware. Just making sure everybody knows. Yeah. I don't think I have anything else. Oh, I went grocery shopping today. It was supposed to just stock up on basic foods and stuff, and it was still fucking over $100. Thank God I got like $40 off. But it is what it is. Hi, Cringe Baby. How are you? Nice to see you again. Keko back yet? He's almost back. Work, clean, sleep, repeat. Yep. Feel you on that one. That's pretty much what I do. All right, Keko's back. Or like Gambor. That's it. That was your first. That's gonna be your first message back. Have you ever watched the show Financial Audit? It's on YouTube. It's so good. No. That sounds boring as hell. Anyway, let's watch Juneteenth Explained to White People by comedian Josh Johnson. So I haven't watched this, but I'm pretty sure I've seen clips of this comedian. So chat, be sure to watch the video alongside us. And then when you eventually like it, give it a thumbs up and everything. And you can give Johnson a subscribe. So, go. Yeah.
Please give a warm Kansas City welcome to Josh Johnson, everybody.
Watching stand-up comedy on Ned Ghost Rider broadcast, so Keko better like all this.
History lately. I don't know why, but maybe it's because it's such a fraught time. Feels better to read history just to be reminded, like, oh, that was worse. You know? And you also get a real sense of yourself from reading about the past. You see the mistakes people made, so hopefully you don't make them.
I replied to Keko's message right as you deleted it, so I got a message saying message can't be replied to. But can I ban Keko? I did. I timed him out for a minute. I didn't delete his message. I timed him out.
And everything. And I was reading a lot about Juneteenth because Juneteenth is coming up, and admittedly, like, you know, I learned about Juneteenth pretty young, you know? And I can tell from the scattered clap.
As Libel what he said? Yeah. Keko, you really want me to time your ass out while we're watching stand-up comedy? You want me to time you out while we're watching stand-up comedy? Really? You tested me? Huh, Keko? Fucking tested me? I'll fucking do it.
Necessarily celebrate Juneteenth. No, I'll put you on game real quick. This is the thing. I was reading about it because it's probably one of the most fascinating times in American history to me, because it was like the fulfillment of a promise in a way. America is a place for freedom, and it's a place for understanding yourself and building out an identity to be free with, right? And it's something that we were founded on, but it's something that took a long time to come to fruition, you know? And Juneteenth, by the way, is not a number that black people made up.
I'm not gonna let you fucking disparage this stand-up comedy routine by calling it a low-quality show. What the fuck is wrong with you, Keko? What the fuck is wrong with you calling this stand-up show low quality?
That I understand it does kind of sound like that as well. Like, Juneteenth is a holiday, just so y'all know. Because sometimes, as black people, we do make up numbers. If you know a black person, especially in the South, you've probably heard them say 5011. And 5011 is, I want to be clear, not 5011. It's also not 5011s. It's just our way of saying too many.
Bro, a client today was telling me that he was upset he has off for Juneteenth. He said they replaced this holiday for Patriots Day. Isn't Patriots Day, is that the one in Boston? It took everything to not say anything to him. Yeah. Every time I have this conversation with somebody, I'm like, how racist do you have to be to not want to have off? How racist do you have to be to not want to have another holiday of paid holiday? Like, how racist do you have to be? I was talking about Andor. God, you want me to time you out again?
You'll hear somebody be like, I told you 50-11 times, take out that trash. And you know that a child is about to be whooped. You know? Or somebody will be like, he got 50-11 baby mamas, and you'll be like, he is a slut. Now, they'll be like, oh, he think he's somebody because he got like $50-11, something like that, which is just their way of saying a lot. But it would be better to say the actual amount. Which reminds me, okay, this is digressing for a second, but it was very funny to me. One time, a dude from my hometown won the lottery, and he was calling everybody, telling them that he won the lottery, but he didn't win the Powerball. He just won some money. So he was bragging, but he didn't. So basically, okay. Because he told me he told me he did this, but then he told me how much he made. I was like, you shouldn't have called anybody. That's not a stranger phone call flex amount of money. That I get that you won, I'm happy for you, but that's not the amount to be sending people off with. Because he called his ex and he was like, hey, looks like you fucked up because I just won the lottery. All right.
Chat, I want to show you the mod comments for Keko. Disparaging Andor is not and will not be tolerated. Just want to make sure everybody knows why Keko has been timed out twice, 3 times already in this stream.
Hey, you looking at the winner of $60,000, and I was like, that's salary. Like, don't do this.
Yes, Andor what?
After
just don't ask questions yet, Argo.
Taxes, that is $30,000, sir. No, but you know, Juneteenth. Juneteenth is a holiday to commemorate the slaves in Galveston, Texas, being told of their freedom and it being made official, right? And the weird thing is, there's a lot of misconceptions about when slavery actually ended, because a lot of people think it ended in 1863 with Lincoln signing the Emancipation Proclamation. But the thing with that is that the Southern states had already seceded, so to sign the Emancipation Proclamation and then send it and be like, y'all have to let your slaves go, but this is now another technically country that you are at war with because they...
Okay, this isn't 100% correct. I understand what he's saying and implying. Under Lincoln's thought process is that the southern states were still part of the United States. He believed that the secession letters and the secession of the states were not valid. So under Lincoln's interpretation, the southern states were still part of the United States. New One Piece chapter is insanely long. We started a flashback within a flashback. Lock in. Also, I don't know when I'll be available tomorrow. My parents are visiting this weekend, so I'll join if I can. Wow. You're putting your parents over us, JD? I see how it is. No, I'm kidding. I might try to go in to work tomorrow and try to pick up a job. So there's a possibility that I won't be available, but I'm not going to know until tomorrow. But I haven't been scheduled for work tomorrow, and I feel like I should probably try to get a job tomorrow.
They wanted to leave the Union. That would be like if Canada was like, America, y'all need to recycle more. And then we were like, if you don't shut your maple ass up. Like, that's like... Because the South was at war with the North, this was to, hurt the southern states that had slavery. And one of the states was actually left off.
Also, finally hit the driving range since the fam wants to golf on Sunday. I still got that muscle memory. It's crazy. Nice. JD, you should also watch Rising Impact. It's an anime on Netflix. It's pretty good. I just finished the second season last night. It's a golf anime. It's kind of cool. It's pretty cool.
Off of the Emancipation Proclamation because they had already taken control.
And yes, I watched it in fucking English.
And it said nothing about any sort of slavery that was happening on the northern side. Like, the northern side isn't known for slavery, but there were people in the North who had slaves, right? And so then, 1864, I believe it was the Senate that passed it, and then the House passed it in 1865. And then they told everybody later. Really,
subs are the default, but Baki is better dubbed. Okay. You're just claiming I'm not watching anime if I dub it. I just don't understand how anyone can stand Luffy's dubbed voice, because I didn't listen to the other one.
Drag their heels with that one. And this is the thing, is that if you really want to be technical with it, slavery wasn't actually abolished until the very end of 1865, like December 6th or something like that. It's just...
Also, technically, like, slavery hasn't been abolished, but that's a technicality, according to the 13th Amendment.
Just that Juneteenth, it's easy to barbecue in the summer, so we... and we just take that one, But it is a fascinating time in America because it was America fulfilling a promise that it made to itself since its inception, and so many people fought it. That's what's so crazy. Like, America was about to be everything that was supposed to be.
For those that don't understand the context of Planck's statement, he posted in the Ghost Cord that 2 Chinese surveillance ships are in the Persian Gulf, and that's President Xi of China saving lives.
And then there were people that were, standing in the way. And the thing that is, like, the fight for freedom in America, for every person, right? Because every person, no matter who you are, your ancestors had to fight for some form of freedom to be here. Everyone from every ethnicity, everyone from every background, has had some sort of fight to get where they are now. Even the people who can trace their lineage back to the Mayflower, America still had to have a fight to be America. You know, we started out as traitors to Britain, according to them. You know, we were like, nah, we're gonna do our own thing. We're not sending you anything else. You know, we pay taxes to you, y'all don't even come over here. We like coffee better anyway. And this is the thing, though, is that you look at that time, and for every war that America had to fight to be America, to become America, the way that we understand it now, black people fought in those wars. You know, it's not talked about as often, but there were black people that fought in the American Revolution. There were black people that were fighting right alongside other white people in other regiments. Not every regiment was even fully segregated. And, you know, part of it was the desperation. We're fighting for our existence as a country, you know? And then we win, and then the founding fathers, everybody's like, yeah, we're free. And the black people were like, yeah, we're free. And then they were like, what do you mean we? No?
So this is fucking talked about all the time, that the founding fathers didn't know any better. They're full of shit. They literally had discussions on whether black people would be classified as we the people in the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. Like, they've literally had these discussions. There are documentations of these fucking discussions happening. They fucking knew better. So whenever you hear somebody say, oh, they didn't know, they're full of shit. George Washington rotated his slaves. Three-fifths compromise. Yes, that as well. And whenever anybody says the Constitution doesn't have racism built in it, tell them they're fucking stupid, because in the Bill of Rights, there's the three-fifths compromise. But also, fuck, I forgot what I was going to say. But you don't understand, they were debating these ideas so hard in the marketplace of ideas. Yeah. Oh, George Washington was rotating his slaves from Philadelphia to Virginia, because in Pennsylvania at the time, if enslaved people were in the state for 6 months, they would be free after 6 months. So George Washington was rotating his slaves between the presidential residence in Philadelphia and fucking his plantation in Mount Vernon. Washington rotated his slaves. Yes, that's what I was just saying.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that an insane feeling? You fight for the place to become the place, and you don't get to be part of the place yet. And then, you know, all the way up to the Civil War, for us to have a truly, deeply imperfect union, there was this battle that took
I was just reminding you where you ended, but you remember before you read it. Thanks, S-Cow. I appreciate it.
place. And there were black people that fought on both sides of the Civil War, which is
crazy. Crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, because the white soldiers, you can kind of see where they stand and why they stand there. But any black soldier fighting in the Confederacy, you are kind of like, what? 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 And I don't think anyone would have been more confused than a black Union soldier, because then if they meet in the battlefield, he's like, turn around. Now, it's important to understand that whether it was the American Revolution or whether it was the Civil War, on both sides, black people fought for promises. The same way that America made a promise to itself, it also made promises to every people of every nation that would come here, right? It's why people come from Ireland, from Italy, from all these places that immigrated, that came to Ellis.
Whoa. He's just mentioning a bunch of people of color. Why is he just mentioning a bunch of people of color? You know, Irish and Italians?
And they came for that promise, and that was a promise that was also made to the black people that were already here. You'll be part of America, right? And so in some weird way, sometimes it was due to the threat of death, sometimes it was just to get off the plantation, sometimes it was with the promise of freedom. There were black people that fought in the Confederacy, you know? And I'm pretty sure they didn't try that hard.
That's right. We POC people of Carbonera are offended.
You know what I mean? Like, if I was a black officer, I mean, I wouldn't have been an officer. I guess a black soldier in the Confederacy, I think when I shoot, I'd be like, oops. I miss. I hope he doesn't get over here and free everybody. That'd be.
Also, fun fact, the Confederacy soldiers were made up of a bunch of white working class people, not the actual slave owners themselves, because the slave owners are fucking cowards. So they tricked unintelligent working class white people to fight for them. Even though those white working class people, it wasn't going to benefit them at all to continuing slavery. Carbonara is Italian, hence brown, which explains why it is tasty.
Terrible if they just ran up on us and started being like, you free, you free, you free. You know what I mean? Like, I would hate to get shot with freedom. You know what I mean? I've heard it's terrible, you know? But yeah. Yeah, and then, you know.
Also, Plank, Keko has been timed out 3 times so far this stream. Hold on, let me check. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Keko's been timed out 3 times this stream because he's talking ill of Andor. So just make sure that you know this, Plank, whenever you interact with Keko, that Keko is talking shit about Andor. I just want you to be aware of that. Carbonara is haram. Is it haram?
Juneteenth started out as just a holiday in Texas because it was about what happened.
What the fuck?
Texas.
Yeah.
It spread to other states. You know, other states that ratified the 13th Amendment would then, you know, have more and more black people in those states wanting to celebrate Juneteenth. And once again, kept it Juneteenth not because of when it was ratified in the state, because sometimes it was a different year, sometimes it was a different time.
It's haram. It uses pork belly, pancetta. Oh, I didn't know that.
Time of year, but June is good for barbecuing. But it was probably one of the most
Harem?
awkward times.
No, haram, not harem. Not harem. We're not talking about my chat. That is a harem sometimes.
In America, because all of a sudden this thing had happened. There were people who made their whole way of life the terrible treatment of other people they didn't see as people. And don't be weird. I'm not saying that these were your slaves or something. Don't tighten up on me, okay?
Shit, we sister wives chat? I'm not surprised McLeod went there, honestly. McLeod learned difference today. Oh, did I miss this in someone else? Sick ghost acceded to my meme there. I am free to make jokes about it.
Everyone I'm talking about is dead, all right? Don't be weird. Just...
This guy straight up don't know how to read. Oh, you must be American.
But this is my
thing.
I guess this is what I come back to. It's that time, how that happened, right? You know? I just imagine what would it be like in a household that had
born and
slaves.
bred.
And now they're arguing.
Was
They're
Dexy
arguing
as a
in the
bitch?
kitchen or something. You know? The couple that own the plantation. She's just like, Bo, what do we do? It's illegal now. We can't. It's illegal.
Oh, the liberal wife. The liberal wife. I'm my own harem.
We can't do this anymore, Bo. It's illegal.
Everybody's liberal.
He's like, what do you want me to do, Barbara Jean? What do you want me to do? You want me to go out there and be like, oops? What do you want me to do? What's the plan here, okay?
Yes, literally slave owners did withhold that information to their slaves. Are we shocked? Also, the reason that Texas held the last slaves is because plantation owners in the South didn't want them freed, so they sent them all to Texas.
All right, because we are outnumbered. Gonna have to handle this delicately. You know? And you had to handle it delicately because for the entire time that you owned people, you know, how'd you treat them? How'd you treat these people? Because they are people. How'd you treat these people who can see you now, who can speak to you? What'd you do? You know? Did you commit some of the most heinous crimes of all time? Because at best, you never said please or thank you.
Also, that is a fallacy that every oppressor has ever had, is that when we free the oppressed, we're afraid that they're going to treat us like we treated them. Historically, it has never happened. Slaves did not go out and fucking murder every single white person that ever lived. Black people did not do that to the white South Africaners in South Africa after apartheid was lifted, et cetera, et cetera. How you stinkers doing? Hi, Becca. How was your stream? Jewish people did not do that to Germans after World War II. I know Grok says otherwise. Well, Grok is incorrect. Black people have incredible forbearance, to be honest. Yeah. They just... What was... There was a famous black activist who was doing a monologue to the camera during the Black Lives Matter protests, or during cleanup or Black Lives Matter protest. And she fucking cooked and said, listen, we just want to be treated the same. We just want equality. Y'all are lucky that we don't want vengeance. Y'all are lucky we don't want revenge. We want to be treated like equals. And it was one of the most powerful statements I had ever seen in my life. And that's like everybody that's ever been oppressed, that's all they want. Palestinians, that's all they want. They just want to be treated like equals. Like, I'm so thankful that I had an open mind for a brief period of time that started this snowball into being on the right side of history in the long run. Cause like it's shameful to kind of look back on the way that I saw the world, but it's not about me. It's about freeing oppressed peoples. So, oh, it was good. Did lots of palliative things. Totally wasn't in your stream today. I was still working super hard. Yeah, I definitely wasn't in your stream in the raid, Becca. Morgenthau wanted to divide Germany up, raise its industry, and turn it into a series of agro states. He was told this would starve a lot of Germans to death, and he didn't care. I agree with him. Hello, JK, maybe.
So you're reasonably terrified now.
Yeah, this one. It was this one, McLeod.
So I've been seeing a lot of things talking of the people. You win. How can you win? You can't win. The game is fixed. So when they say, why do you burn down the community? Why do you burn down your own neighborhood? It's not ours. We don't own anything. We don't own anything. Trevor Noah said it so beautifully last night. There's a social contract that we all have, that if you steal or if I steal, then the person who is the authority comes in and they fix the situation. But the person who fixes the situation is killing us.
This is a crazy Zoom.
The social contract is broken. And if the social contract is broken, why the do I give a shit about burning the Football Hall of Fame, about burning a Target? You broke the contract when you killed us in the streets and didn't give up. You broke the contract when for 400 years we played your game and built your wealth. You broke the contract when we built our wealth again on our own, by our bootstraps in Tulsa, and you dropped bombs on us. When we built it in Rosewood and you came in and you slaughtered us. You broke the contract, so your Target, your Hall of Fame. far as I'm concerned, they could burn this bitch to the ground. And it still wouldn't be enough. And they are lucky that what black people are looking for is equality and not revenge.
Yeah. That was exactly what I was talking about. Dude, it might be one of the best, monologues I've ever heard in my life. And that was off the fucking dome. That was off the dome. That was every fiber of her being, every time she was ever discriminated against her whole life, every racist comment she's ever received her whole life, every racist look she's ever received her whole life, just right in that moment. It's generally insane that people don't understand this. I literally caddied for oil guys from Texas the last 3 days. And I'm thankful I wasn't in the group with the guy that made the racist joke yesterday at work, because I wouldn't have kept my mouth shut today. The first words out of my mouth would have been, how racist are you that you don't want a paid holiday? That you don't want another federal holiday that you're going to receive payment for and get the day off? Is that how racist you are? I'm going to start, like, I think I mentioned this on stream. Like, whenever somebody makes a racist comment, I'm just going to Socratic method them. And I'm just going to ask, what do you mean by that? Why is that funny? And then watch them try to explain racism to me. And why racism is funny. So I didn't tell the joke yesterday, but basically, the guy said, oh, it's Juneteenth tomorrow. And they said, no chicken is going to survive in the state of Alabama. I'd be like, I'm sorry, what do you mean by that? And then watch him try to explain to me the stereotype that black people eat chicken. I'm sorry, I eat chicken too. Do you eat chicken? Like, I just don't. It blows my mind that these people can fucking say this shit and feel that it's okay to say this shit in society. Bro, in prison, they serve chicken and watermelon on Juneteenth. That's so fucking racist. That's so fucked up. I was at the grocery store today, and in the produce they have pre-sliced fruit. So I usually get pre-sliced pineapple because it's just easier than me slicing it myself. But anyway, besides the point. So they have pre-sliced watermelon, and the pre-sliced watermelon was on sale. And like, to myself, I was like, did they put watermelon on sale because it's Juneteenth? Like, was this a racist like sale at the grocery store? I was like, what the fuck? I don't know if it was or not, but like, the optics of that are not good. Discounted pre-sliced watermelon and Juneteenth sounds like a hate crime. I'm not saying it's a hate crime, but like, the timing didn't feel good. The timing didn't feel good. They fucking knew what they were doing, I guess.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
Yeah, I don't know. The timing was weird. It was just, it's crazy that we live in 2025 and there are still people that think they are superior to somebody else based on the color of their skin. And not only that, they make jokes about the people that have been oppressed for decades. Black people are literally 2 or 3 generations away from abject poverty. It's incredible. It's fucking incredible that there are as many Black people that have been able to get themselves out of abject poverty in this short period of time. Like they were fucking homeless. There was a fuck ton of Black people that were homeless less than fucking 70 years ago. They were homeless or fucking paying landlords and shit and couldn't fucking afford anything. Because the system completely fucked everything. Completely fucked them over. Didn't allow them to do anything. It's so fucked. I never asked you how you're doing. Good day. Yeah, it was work. I worked today. I almost had to do an extra 18 holes, which I would have used extra money, but it would have been another 4 hours with these Texas racist assholes. So where's the chicken and watermelon thing come from anyway? I believe watermelon is because it was seen as like a throwaway fruit. So the slave owners gave it to the slaves. And chicken, I think it was like leftover livestock for slaves. And I also think that slaves took care of their own chickens because that was a livestock that they could actually like take care of. They were abandoned by the education system at the best and are raised by fascist racist scum at worst and never learned any different. Yeah, and now they're rich assholes and think that the entire system which was built to further ingrain them into further into like their status, that everything's okay. That was because when they got free, most of them had raised chickens and watermelons in Alabama and Mississippi, so they'd use that to eat. Okay. Yeah, I was somewhere around there. I wasn't positive what it was. I thought that's what it was, but thank you, Ascal. I appreciate you explaining it. Weird fact, Anne Frank and MLK were the same age. It might have still been alive today if they hadn't been killed. That's crazy. That's crazy. And now Anne Frank's words are being used to slaughter Palestinians. Just remember that. Also, another fun fact, Alabama was the last state to acknowledge Martin Luther King Day in like 2002. Most people don't know that one. That's a crazy one. That's an insane one. How racist do you have to be that you don't want a paid federal holiday? Dark Snapple facts.
How that they can, so they're just arguing in the kitchen, I imagine, just like, what do you want me to do? What's this? And then somebody who worked in the house overheard the argument and was like, we're free?
None of these facts are fun. Bro, I'd sell a kidney for a paid holiday at this point. Might know a guy, McLeod. Also, how sad is it that I'm literally thinking about selling kidneys so I can like just not be in debt anymore? Shit, I got 2 of these things. Yeah, I don't even drink. Take them both.
I'm gonna let this marinate on the stove. I'll be right back, I promise. I'll be right back.
I've legit considered selling a testy. Let's go gambling. Yeah.
Because what would that have been like?
Yeah.
What would that have been like? The secret?
After my last escapade gambling, I think I'm okay gambling for a while, even though I did want to go to Vegas in a couple weeks and meet my family there. But your boy has a check ride to pass to get his pilot's license.
Message going from house to house. You know, we already had passageways for communication and passageways to escape slavery through the Underground Railroad. This message was getting around, right? We're free, we're free, we're free, we're free, we're free, we're free, right? So now someone in the house comes outside to the field and they're like, hey, y'all, I don't know how to tell you. Okay, I didn't think I was.
You guys know why pollen in the U.S. is so shitty in the spring? I feel like this is a dad joke. McLeod could hook me up with everything I'm missing. Ghost and I will sell a ball each and then take chat to the boats for some black chat and unlimited Diet Coke. McLeod, Coke is BDS, just so you know. So I would not be participating in Diet Coke. It's because cities will only plant male trees because they don't want any fruit to be available for the homeless after they force so many black people into poverty. Jesus fucking Christ! Why are racists so in-depth with their racism? Why are racists so in-depth with their racism? That doesn't make any fucking sense. What the fuck? I fucked me up with the Dr. Pepper Zero.
What I was about to say before I just sort of said, hey, and then, okay.
Also, Dr.
I didn't
Pepper is
prepare a
amazing.
speech or anything. Look, look. I know that we don't all talk much, because I'm in there, y'all out here, and I hear what y'all say about me. It's hurtful.
I wish I could have zero just regular for me, though. Yeah, I'm a regular person. I don't like that diet shit. There was a period of time where I drank diet because I thought it was tasty as a kid, and it was fucking horrible. It was so bad. It was so gross. I don't really drink soda anymore either, chat. Once in a while, I get a hankering for it, and it's usually a Sprite or an orange soda or a sour sarsaparilla. Diet gives you migraines. Oh, sorry to hear that, Becca. I'm 6'2" horizontal, bro.
It like y'all yell it, so I, you know what I mean? Like I'm. But we're
no, I understand. I understand that. I'm sorry. I guess I'm talking from a point of privilege. Where I can drink regular soda, but like I don't drink soda at all. I drink pretty much all water, primarily water. If I get long stretches in the summer where I'm working a lot, I'll drink iced tea to catch up on calories and stuff that I'm missing because I can only fucking eat so much. But can I give a friendly suggestion? What's that friendly suggestion, Keko? I'm like the blueberry girl from Willy Wonka. I do body double when I stream. I can't laugh at that. No, but I do understand why diet is necessary for some people. And I know it's easier said than done to wean yourself off soda and stuff like that. Imagine being able to drink sugary drinks. Yeah. Wait for the moment between a punchline and a setup to pause and talk because this joke is a banger, but I keep forgetting what the premise is. Lay it on me, chat.
we're free. We're free to go. And then everybody was probably like, free to go where? You know what I mean? Because this is the thing about the 13th Amendment that is mind-blowing. It abolished slavery except in the case of the prison, right? And the practices that you could constitute as slavery continued way after slavery. There was sharecropping. There were all of these different little systems to keep slavery intact. It's why we have unpaid internships, you know?
Can I tell you guys a secret? Don't tell anyone? Okay, we won't tell anyone.
Someone's like, but I'm white.
Tell us, Becca. We won't tell anyone, I promise. I promise. Did you guys know that it's illegal to forage in the U.S.? I bet. Why? You can't imagine. Why, Escal? Was it because they didn't want black people to eat? These war girls will woo for anything. What the fuck? I'm immediately reposting your secret on Twitter. I drink so much Kool-Aid with stevia. Okay. I don't know what that means.
Yes, even you. No. Just imagine that. Imagine someone tell you, hey, we're free. Because what would freedom feel like? You wouldn't know. No? And
Stevia is a sweetener substitute that's not synthetic. Stevia is a weird guy from Jackass, right? Flight sim waiting room. That's just a name brand, GD. Lamau.
free to go where? Free to go kill them? I'm just joking. That would be fair. No, it's just it's mind blowing to me because one of my friends, I grew up in Louisiana, so I knew about Juneteenth being so close to Texas, and it was celebrated in Louisiana from a young age. A lot of people try to act like they always celebrate it now, everyone's embarrassed to learn something. You know what I mean? Like, it's a true thing. You see people in New York, they're like, oh yeah, Juneteenth every year for Juneteenth. I'm like, all right, maybe, but all right. You know what I mean? But I had a friend down south. He's white, and he took like an ancestry lineage thing, and he did the 23andMe. And a lot of my white friends did the 23andMe until and just so you know, just
Kool-Aid is good, Becca, unless Jim Jones hands it to you. Do you think Jim Jones handed everybody the Kool-Aid, McLeod? I can't have it. Sucralose is my preference.
as white people, so you know, your black friends, we don't care. We don't we don't care at all. Like oh, you're more Swedish than Finnish. We don't. It never crosses our mind. We never, you know what I mean? Just so you know. And I truly, a lot of the people that take the test, I don't think they care either. If I'm being honest with you, we're just talking as
Actually, it wasn't Kool-Aid. Becca, what was it if it wasn't Kool-Aid? So what you want about Jonestown, but they had bevies?
friends.
Is that
right
just
now.
a bunch of
I don't
Beverleys?
think they care. I think they even take the test just to see if they can say it. Do you know what I mean? Like, they take the, because anytime one of your white friends is like, hey, I'm actually 5% black. You're like, all right, why are you? I don't know,
no.
I just wanted to know if I could sing the whole song now. I'm just a Kendrick fan, and I wanted to, see if I could.
Ice cold beverages. Lamau. It was Flavor Aid. Google it. Wait, was it the AI on Google that said it was Flavor Aid? Also, do you think they just used Kool-Aid because it was easier to say and fancier for and catchier for headlines? Do you think that's maybe why the media called it Kool-Aid? They didn't even spring for the good stuff. They probably couldn't get the good stuff down there. Chat, it was fucking South America. Do you think they're bringing fucking Kool-Aid and shit to South America? Do you think they're flying Kool-Aid and shit in supply vans down to South America? Miss those Huggies in plastic barrels? Hugs. They were Hugs, JD. Not Huggies. Not Huggies. They were Hugs. South America? Jonestown? Yes. Wasn't Jonestown in South America? Guyana? I call them Huggies too. Africa? Jonestown was Africa? The fuck? I thought it was South America. Why the fuck did they go to Africa? Barcelona was Bangladesh. No, that was the Pacific Northwest cold. It was Guyana. Wait. Yeah, it was Guyana. It was South America. Yeah. It was Guyana. It was South America. I knew I had that right.
No, but he did the ancestry thing, and he did the DNA test, and he found through both that his family never, in America for a huge portion of his lineage, but they never owned or worked with anyone who operated in a way. They never owned slaves. Yes. And if you've never watched the white guilt leave somebody's body. This man was floating. This man was floating in waves. Just like, I'm too Irish to be bad.
Oh, that was good. Dude, Josh Johnson, I've seen so many clips by him. Oh, it's Guyana. Maybe I thought in my head Gambia. Oh, all these years. Yeah. Yeah, you're old as cow. That's the joke. It's funny. How's everyone's days? It was fine. I didn't have to deal with any racist jokes today, so that was good. I'm too Irish to be bad. Pretty toasty right now. Yeah, it's hot pretty much everywhere, from what I understand. Which kind of sucks for y'all. But doesn't suck as much as not avoiding the top of the hour ad break. Because the top of every hour, run a 3-minute ad. If you want to avoid the ads, you can pay $5.99 for a subscription, or get lucky and get gifted a sub, or link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account and get a free monthly subscription from Daddy Bezos to your favorite streamer. Hopefully that's me. If it's not me, then hopefully it's one of my friends. But here comes the 3-minute ad break now. Okay, let's actually listen to a historian. Fuck, I don't know which one to watch. I watched 2 of these. Oh, let's watch this one. This is an 11-minute one. We'll watch this one. So chat, be sure to like and subscribe to Josh Johnson.
Please give a warm Kansas City welcome to Josh.
I forgot to like the video. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you watch Josh's stuff. You know what does suck? It's hot as balls in Hiroshima now, and I got that AC on blast. Penis gay Gumby. Huh? What? Your AC has a blast setting? Is your AC running? That's a rating of the ad. Oh, penis gay. I get it, big gay. Yeah, it's called Brasto. Okay. The truth about Juneteenth, Black History Explainer. Unique coloring. Hi, Hollykins. How are you?
Portmanteau, a word that blends the sounds and combines the meanings of. The word Juneteenth is a
fuck
for special offers.
Fuck no.
The word Juneteenth.
What the fuck is happening? What? This is professional.
The sounds and combines the meanings of 2 others. In this.
Hi, Ghosty. Back home today. I forgot how cold it was back home. Whoa. How was Vegas? Did you win all the money, Hollykins? Then you better go catch it. Got him. Got him.
Case June and 19th. It is derived from a general order announcing the emancipation of slaves that was issued on June 19, 1865, by Union Army General Gordon Granger. The Civil War had ended.
You guys know the most racist picture in existence? This is Donald Trump. Penis out of gay. You don't get it, Ghost. How dare you assume? No, I literally got it, Big Gay. I got it, Gumbies. Fuck you. Fuck you two. I'm a foe this month. I'm not. Fuck you two. By winning me watching people gamble, and sure. Well, you didn't lose any money, Hollykins. Good look at the past half hour working out. Nice. Hope you learned some stuff, Holly.
Did just 2 months earlier, and the general order came 2.5 years after President Abraham Lincoln's original Emancipation Proclamation, which read, "All persons held as slaves within any state or designated part of a state shall be then, thenceforward, and forever free." Yet when General Granger and 1,800 troops of the 13th Army Corps arrived in Galveston, Texas on June 19, 1865, they realized blacks were still being held as slaves.
Yeah, I don't think this is the most racist picture ever. Back to lurk and work it out. You get that pump in, Holly. Portmanteau means coat rack.
Confederate General Robert
I'm going to refill my water, chat. I'm going to be right
surrendered
back.
in Virginia, in Texas, which had seceded from the Union on February 1st, 1861, formally fell. This was the reason for General Granger's visit, to assume authority over the people of Texas and enforce Lincoln's original proclamation, which was issued January 1st, 1863. While the Emancipation Proclamation had seen close to 200,000 blacks enlist in the Union Army to fight the South, 250,000 slaves remained in Texas following the war and were shocked by Granger's general order. General Order Number 3 was handwritten and read by General Granger as he stood on the balcony of Ashton Villa, former headquarters of the Confederate Army. This officially ended slavery in the state of Texas. The order reads as follows. Headquarters, District of Texas, Galveston, Texas, June 19, 1865. General Orders Number 3. The people of Texas are informed that, in accordance with the proclamation from
I'm
the
back.
executive
Stop
of the
making out.
United
Stop making out.
States, all slaves are free. This involves an absolute equality of personal rights and rights of property between former masters and slaves, and the connection heretofore existing between them becomes that between employer and hired labor. The freedmen are advised to remain quietly at their present homes and work for wages.
Shit, did I do that command yet? Damn it, I didn't do that command yet. Anyway, Abraham Lincoln was a huge labor advocate. So when they say they are now employer and employee and must be paid employees, that is part of Lincoln's policies. And guess who made a video on Lincoln's policies? This guy. I did. I made a video on my YouTube channel, which I'm stalling so I can get the link so I can make the command. My New York City drag name is Penis de Brusso. Good joke, Keko. It was so funny, I forgot to laugh. We're taught history. Where is it? It's actually one of my favorite videos that I did, to be honest with you. I'm not joking. Okay. Did you just go by Tiny Dick Louie? All right. There. See. Okay, command done. Thank you, SCal, for that idea. But yeah, we talk about Lincoln's policy, and he was a labor advocate and basically said that capital doesn't exist without labor. So him, and also I think he was dead at this point. But also this being a proclamation, within the proclamation that they're now employees and paid labor, is right along the lines of Lincoln's policies.
Wages. They are informed that they will not be allowed to collect at military posts.
Oh, there's no
and
proof
they
that
will
Lincoln
not
was
be
real.
Supported in
Sure, make that argument, Otto.
idleness, either there.
Also, chat, I would like somebody to see if they could find the exact moment that we gave Otto a full 10 minutes to say everything about Chicagoland, and Otto flubbed it.
Or elsewhere.
Lincoln
By
D's not
order
nice.
of Major General Granger, F.W. Emory, Major Assistant Adjutant General. The proclamation from the Executive of the United States refers to Abraham Lincoln, who was dead, yet his order lived on. Texas was home to the last remaining legally enslaved blacks in the U.S. While a messenger had been sent to Texas to issue the order by announcing the emancipation of blacks, slave owners ignored the report and withheld the information from their slaves so that business could continue as usual with a free labor force. Since Texas remained a Confederate...
Wait, you're telling me that people were exploiting their workers? Get the fuck out of here. Never.
State until General Lee's surrender in April 1865, emancipation was not enforced. General Granger was given command of the District of Texas and dispatched to Galveston with Union troops for this reason. After General Granger read the order publicly from the balcony of Ashton Villa, he sent his men marching through Galveston to read the general order in various locations. These included their headquarters at the Osterman Building, the local courthouse, and the Negro Church on Broadway, now known as Reedy Chapel AME Church. All Texans were officially informed that, per Lincoln's original proclamation, all slaves were now free. The annual
Lincoln relocated Fort Sumter from the outskirts of Chicagoland, South Carolina, to weaken Chicago's burgeoning power. Otto, didn't you just say that Lincoln was fake? So if Lincoln was fake, how could he relocate Fort Sumter from Chicagoland? Also, Lincoln's from fucking Illinois. Why the fuck would he try to weaken Chicago? Otto, you need to come up with better propaganda.
celebration of Juneteenth arose from this event. Officially called Emancipation Day, June 19th is also called Freedom Day and Juneteenth Independence Day in some circles. It would seem that the arrival of General Granger...
Yeah, Juneteenth is technically the actual Independence Day within the United States, considering that all people within its country were now considered free. Lincoln wasn't real. It was actually two people in a trench coat. Lincoln. Wait, so Lincoln was having threesomes with his bodyguard? Lincoln was having threesomes with his bodyguard? So not only was he gay, but he was like a freak? Not a freak. He was in a polycule and shit like that? Alleged threesomes? Ayo. Calm down, John. Just calm down. That sounds very House of Cards and it bothers me. Wait. The two people in a trench coat? Or the fact that Lincoln was at minimum a bisexual man and was probably having sex with his bodyguard? Also, there was a weird threesome in House of Cards too. So the president having a threesome with his bodyguard? Oh yeah, that is true. At minimum, yes, at minimum. At minimum, Lincoln was bi. He might have been full-blown gay, but at minimum, he was a bi. The 13th Amendment had a weird stain on it.
Union troops, coupled with their grand announcement, instantly led to 250,000 slaves experiencing freedom. But this couldn't be farther from the truth. Some chroniclers of Juneteenth's history would have us believe otherwise. One source, National Today, a site that keeps track of holidays and special moments on the cultural calendar, writes, Granger's arrival with the grand news stirred the air with jubilance and massive celebrations across the state. A former slave named Felix Haywood gave his recount of the first celebration in 1865. "We was all walking on golden clouds. Everybody went wild. We was
Amendment.
free. Just like
Checkmate,
that,
liberals.
we was free." Felix Haywood, an elderly blind ex-slave from San Antonio, Texas, may have spoken this account, but what happened immediately following the proclamation of the order in Galveston was quite different for many. The news spread quickly on the relatively small island city of Galveston, but the day of freedom did not come as expected. In the book Lone Star Pass, Memory and History in Texas, Elizabeth Hayes Turner, a professor of history at the University of North Texas, writes, "The former Confederate mayor rounded up black runaways and held them for return to their owners. The Union Army's provost marshal went along with this action, but did so for the purpose of holding them as laborers for the military.
Jesus Christ.
Freedmen who entered the town after that found themselves pressed into military service. Although the announcement had come, for many, freedom still seemed elusive." Freedom did come to Galveston when
Jesus
Union
Christ.
troops occupied the island.
So the Union literally took the freed slaves and forced them into the military. What the fuck? Mean Green, yeah, the professor, I guess, is from North Texas. Free more like under new management, yeah.
But even with 1,800 troops, Granger's general order took some time to reach the ears of plantation owners and their 250,000 slaves across the vast stretches of Texas. Some government agents did not arrive at distant plantations for months, and after they did arrive, plantation owners decided when and how to relate the news to their slaves. Many waited till after the season's harvest to do so.
Oh, of course they
Turning
did.
to Elizabeth Hayes Turner once more, concerning Texas slaves, she writes in Lone Star Pass, "When they did get the news and attempted to act on it by leaving, their immediate joy succumbed to despair as white vigilantes punished former slaves for preferring freedom to labor exploitation. Uncertainty mixed with high expectations for the future. The size of the state, the long distances between farms, the thin lines of Union protection, the remoteness from urban areas and from the heart of the defeated Confederacy."
Yep, Lone Star State, 1 out of 5-star rating. Poorly planned
Plantations?
plantations? Yeah.
Emancipation more slowly
Plantain
into the interior
plantation.
of Texas. Historians estimate that 38,000 former soldiers from the Confederacy's Trans-Mississippi Department headed home following the war, but they ransacked and pillaged towns as they went.
Speaking of Texas, what the fuck is Tucker Carlson doing? He's making Ted Cruz look like a fool because he knows it's going to get him clicks, and that's going to get him money into his media, his quote-unquote independent media conglomerate. That's what Tucker Carlson's doing.
Soldiers from the Texas division of this Confederate department did no less. Arriving at the state's capital,
Also, I love that they're showing the reenactments. They're showing the reenactments of Confederate soldiers, and it's like the most out of shape people ever. Sorry, Trans-Mississippi Department. Never felt myself rooting for Tucker. Yeah. I mean, when two white nationalists are going off and it's making one white nationalist look hilariously awful, I guess you just kind of let it go. You let them fight. You let the white nationalists fight each other. I have a sneaking suspicion that Bite Sink is actually Tucker Carlson.
Austin, battle-hardened
That's true. Have you ever seen Bite Sink and Tucker Carlson in the same room?
Confederate soldiers robbed the state treasury. Anarchy unfolded elsewhere in the state as well, and General Granger's 1,800 troops were not enough to maintain order in all of Texas, nor provide adequate protection to so many scattered former slaves. The Freedmen's Bureau sent reinforcements, Texas being the last state in the Union they assisted in this way, but its officers reached the state in early September 1865.
Pisses me off the most about Tucker is he's proven many times he's not dumb, but he acts so dumb on purpose and it drives me crazy. His dad was a CIA agent and Tucker wanted to join the CIA. He knows exactly what he's doing. He is a fucking white nationalist and is really fucking good at propaganda. He knows exactly what he is doing. He also acts dumb so he can be a populist, so he can get as many dumb white people to support his ideology.
Nearly 3 months after June 19th. Freedom celebrations were seen here and there among slaves following the public reading of General Order No. 3, but the idealized notion of widespread jubilation experienced by slaves immediately thereafter is a fallacy. Collected in slave narratives, a folk history of slavery in the United States from interviews with former slaves, a former Rusk County slave from the era named Susan Merritt reported, "Lots of niggas was killed after freedom. They owners have 'em bushwhacked, shot down. You could see lots of niggas hanging to trees in Sabine Bottom right after freedom, 'cause they catch 'em swimming across Sabine River and shoot 'em. They sure gonna be lots of souls cry against them in judgment." None of this was cause for celebration, which is probably why you see black people staring stone-faced at the camera in early photos.
1, we know Tucker Carlson is ghost cousins. 2, that establishes a reason that Tucker Carlson might be in this channel to support his cousin. 3, Bite Sync is regularly in the chat. Perfect color story to slip undisclosed funding to the broadcast. See, Otto, but how many times has Bite Sync gifted subs in the channel? But I do have to admit the face Ted made when he said, "I don't know how many." And he was like, "You don't know either." And then Tucker answered without missing a beat, and Ted's face turned to just pure anger. Made me laugh so hard. 4, Haram. There was also another moment, too, where he caught Ted in a gotcha moment, and Ted just sat there and fucking took it. And it was towards the end, and I can't remember what it was. I can't remember the exact thing it was, but it was fucking hilarious. But yeah, it just goes to show if Tucker Carlson can do this adversarial interviews, why can't like other members of the media do it? Tucker pretending he didn't look up the figures 5 minutes earlier. Yeah. I also didn't realize, I thought Tucker Carlson said 19 million people in Iran. I learned that the population of Iran is 90 million. There are 90 million people in Iran, and Israel thinks they're going to fucking overtake Iran. Are you kidding me? With the "Are you breaking news" here, the Secretary of State said we are not helping Israel. No, that wasn't it. The whole interview was pure gold. I mean, it wasn't. It was like watching Adolf Hitler and Mussolini have a conversation, and Mussolini was making Hitler look bad. It was comedy, but not gold. Yeah, it was definitely comedy.
Depicting observances of Juneteenth. Irrespective of that,
Actually, it was more like Goebbels. Goebbels and Hitler, and Goebbels was making Hitler look bad. It was content gold. Yes, content gold.
And ex-slaves persevered in the face of seemingly insurmountable adversity.
Which again, that's what Tucker wants to get more eyeballs on him. Goebbels.
The first official Juneteenth was observed 1 year after Union troops arrived in Galveston. June 19th, 1866 was a day that saw blacks holding prayer meetings and singing spirituals, many wearing brand new clothes as a mark of newfound freedom. In time, black people in other states followed.
Go Bulls. Heck yeah, Chicagoland. Oh, it's Go Bulls. Is it Go Bulls?
Embracing Juneteenth as Texan ex-slaves migrated throughout the U.S.
Because Tucker made his fellatio face when Daddy Trump got mentioned. Yeah.
Taking the celebration wherever they went. Unlike other proposed dates that have failed to hold in the minds and hearts of blacks, including Lincoln's January 1st, 1863 Emancipation Proclamation, June 19th endures. On the one hand, the January 1st date is overshadowed by New Year's Day, and on another, many were still slaves in states where Union forces had not arrived to liberate them. Though individual states did not officially embrace the celebration or acknowledge the day for over a century, that began to change when the state where Juneteenth was born, Texas, declared it an official paid state holiday in 1980. During the regular session of the 66th legislature.
What? Texas acknowledged Juneteenth in 1980? What the fuck? Chat, also in that Lincoln video, we literally go over the state of secession letters, and the Texas one is so fucking unhinged.
Texas House Bill 1016 passed.
Why did they pass that?
Making June 19th Emancipation Day for blacks in Texas. Since then, Texans have celebrated Juneteenth with picnics, dancing, and parades. The federal government, almost all individual states, and even private corporations have embraced the date as well, which stands as the oldest known official celebration commemorating the end of chattel slavery in the United States. On Thursday, June 17th, 2021,
I'm so confused. What the fuck happened in 1980 that Texas passed, drop the link to the vid? Oh, I did. I didn't pin it, though. I did, but I didn't pin it. Fuck. Oh, I could just do it again. What the fuck happened in 1980 that Texas passed that shit?
President Joe Biden signed a
Cause like, that's Reagan. I need to look this up. I don't. What was happening in 1980 that the Texas state legislature and the Texas governor literally passed this in the state of Texas? Texas went woke? What? The dude was in the Nixon administration. What the fuck is happening? The Texas governor in 1980 was in the Nixon administration as the Deputy Secretary of Defense. What? I'm so goddamn confused.
congressional bill making Juneteenth a federal holiday. The event marked the 156th anniversary.
When I find out that history isn't black and white, well, I'm not saying it was black and white. It doesn't add up.
Anniversary
Hi,
of
Amy.
the first Juneteenth. The United States has not had a new federal holiday since Martin Luther King Jr. Day in 1983. The subject of this video was featured in the Black History Activity Book. To order a copy, click the link in the description and browse the product page on my website.
No, I'm trying to figure out, like, what? I mean, it's pretty fairly
Yeah,
black
my
and
mom
white.
set me up on a blind date with like some Jewish girl. I mean, she still thinks I'm gonna marry a nice Jewish girl, so I got my kufiya and everything. It's probably some Zarin.
Hey, what's up, baby?
How you doing, Habibti?
You see a Jewish-looking guy around here?
Jewish-looking guy?
My mom's like trying to set me up on a date.
Wait, are you Hilla?
Yeah.
I'm Jacob. Our moms set us up. Wait. I thought you were gonna be like a Zarin or something. You support Palestine too?
Yo, you pro-Palestine?
Yeah, all the way.
Yo!
Oh my God, I did not think I was gonna meet a nice.
Oh my God.
girl, but-
Oh my God. Anti-Semitic Jewish people. Anti-Semitic Jewish people. They're self-hating Jews because they're pro-Palestinian. These are literally words that Zionists say all the time. This isn't me fucking saying this. I'm making a joke.
Oh, you wanna go eat or something?
Yeah, let's go eat.
The Bible warned us about these Jews. Pro-Palestinian Jews. Also, out of context, that's a really horrible... Out of context, Otto, that is a very, very horrible message. Thought you liked this one?
Night after night in the dark, I'm alone, so find me a match of my own.
Yes, reading it does not look good. Would you like me to delete it, Otto? Strike it from the record. Did I just ban auto? Wait. Why did you time? Why did... You weren't supposed to time him out. We were just deleting the message. What are you doing? Otto, you're back. Otto, you're back. Emily, Emily, I think we need to put you... Emily, you've done this more than once. Emily, we may need to put you on probationary period as a mod. Just one, it's actually... Did you do it like last week? Did you time out auto for like 10 minutes and then 10 minutes again? Send Emmy to training? It was auto then too? That's what I'm saying. This is the second time you've done it at least. Ugh. All right, chat. Let's watch one more video. Ted Ed. It's a short video. It's only 5 minutes long, but I thought it was cooler. Otto saw the gates of hell for a second. Yeah. All right. What is Juneteenth and why is it important?
One day, while
I'm not ready for Eternal Damnation. Goddammit, I have a flight sim stream to watch.
hiding in the kitchen, Charlotte Brooks overheard a life-changing secret. At the age of 17, she'd been separated from her family and taken to William Nealon's Texas plantation. There, she was made to do housework at the violent whims of her enslavers. On that fateful day, she learned that slavery had recently been abolished. But Nealon
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what he did.
from those he enslaved. Hearing this,
Oh my God. Oh my God. It's the exact scenario that Josh Johnson was talking about. The wife was like, hey, it's illegal for us to hold them now.
stepped out of her hiding spot, proclaimed her freedom, spread the news throughout the plantation, and ran. That night, she returned for her daughter, Tempe. And before Nealon's spiteful bullets could find them, they were gone for good. For more than 2 centuries, slavery defined what would become the United States. From its past as the 13 British colonies to its growth as an independent country. Slavery fueled its cotton industry and made it a leading economic power. 10 of the first 12 presidents enslaved people. And when U.S. chattel slavery finally
Whoa.
ended,
Which presidents didn't enslave people?
it was a long and uneven process. Enslaved people resisted from the beginning by escaping, breaking tools, staging rebellions, and more. During the American Revolution, Vermont and Massachusetts.
Chat, I saw an incredible quote saying, don't have a conversation with somebody that John Brown would have shot. I thought it was a pretty good quote. Base John Adams. Wait, was it John Adams and John Adams' son didn't own slaves? Oh my God, it was John Adams. It was John Adams. Holy shit. Who's the 13th president? Wait. Who's the 6th president? The 2nd and the 6th president. John Adams and Billy Madison. Oh, John Adams and John Quincy Adams. Of fucking course, I should have known. John Adams and John Quincy Adams. I ever printed John Brown painting, hating in my cubicle at work. I work for the government too. Also, that dude was fucking insane. John Brown was very fucking insane, but he was super based and doing the right thing.
Abolished slavery, while several states took steps towards gradual abolition. In 1808, federal law banned the import of enslaved African people, but it allowed the slave trade to continue domestically. Approximately 4 million people were enslaved in the U.S. when Abraham Lincoln was elected president in 1860. Lincoln opposed slavery, and though he had no plans to outlaw it, his election caused panic in southern states, which began withdrawing from the Union. They vowed to uphold slavery and formed the Confederacy, triggering the start of the American Civil War. A year into the conflict, Lincoln abolished slavery in Washington, D.C., legally freeing more than 3,000 people. And 5 months later, he announced the Emancipation Proclamation.
Pointing towards a violent revolutionary that was not insane in some sense. Yeah, they were all purple. Also, don't correct that, Emmy. It's way funnier if you don't correct it.
To the 3.5 million people enslaved in Confederate states.
Also, Nelson Mandela. I can forgive the Confederates for slavery, but not for creating an abomination in West Virginia. For those that don't know, West Virginia was literally formed because it was a section of Virginia that didn't want to secede from the Union.
But it would only be fulfilled if the rebelling states didn't rejoin the Union by January 1st, 1863. And it bore no mention of the roughly 500,000 people in bondage in the border states of Delaware, Maryland, Kentucky, and Missouri that hadn't seceded.
Fun fact, this panhandle of Texas, the only reason it doesn't extend further north is because Texas wanted to be a slave state. So if the Texas panhandle extended up there, it would have had to be a free state because it would have been south of the Missouri border.
When the Confederacy refused to surrender.
Okay, also, I'll say this. It's a cool fucking flag, but it's like the equivalent of a Nazi flag. It's a cool looking flag. Like, it's a cool looking flag, but it's obviously fucking bunch of traitors and racist white supremacist assholes. Like, everyone who risks themselves for freedom of others have at least a couple screws loose. I like them, though. Nah, it sucks. Okay. You're using, nah, it sucks, just like you used it for Andor earlier. I just want to point that out.
Union
I just want to point that out.
Began announcing emancipation, but many southern areas remained under Confederate control, making it impossible to actually implement abolition throughout the South. The war raged on for 2 more years, and on January 31st, 1865, Congress passed the 13th Amendment. It promised to end slavery throughout the U.S., except as punishment for a crime. But to go into effect, 27 states would have to ratify it first. Meanwhile, the Civil War virtually ended with the surrender of Confederate General Robert E. Lee on April 9th, 1865.
Who wrote, we lost the war, do not praise us ever again. Literally wrote that.
But although slavery was technically illegal in all southern states, it still persisted in the last
most goated flag in my opinion. I own 2 of them, one for hanging, one for protest. The trans flag is pretty decent. I'm so glad no one took advantage of that as a punishment for a crime bit.
Bastions of the Confederacy. There, enslavers like Kneeling continued to evade abolition until forced. This was also the case when Union General Gordon Granger marched his troops into Galveston, Texas on June 19th and announced that all enslaved people there were officially free and had been for more than 2 years. Still, at this point, people remained legally enslaved in the border states. It wasn't until more than 5 months later, on December 6, 1865, that the 13th Amendment was finally ratified. This formally ended chattel slavery in the U.S. Because official emancipation was a staggered process, people in different places commemorated it on different dates. Those in Galveston, Texas, began celebrating Juneteenth, a combination of June and 19th, on the very first anniversary of General...
It truly is a goated show. Yes, it is an incredible show. I watched the first episode again last night, and it was so fucking good then. There were so many things that I missed in it.
Granger's announcement. Over time, smaller Juneteenth gatherings gave way to large parades, and the tradition eventually became the most widespread of emancipation celebrations. But while chattel slavery had officially ended, racial inequality, oppression, and terror had not. Celebrating emancipation was itself
I'm almost done with the last episode of the first season. Get on an Emmy.
an act of continued
Good is a
resistance.
weird term. Your face
And
is
it
a weird
wasn't
term,
until
Otto.
2021 that Juneteenth became a federal holiday. Today, Juneteenth holds profound significance as a celebration of the demise of slavery, the righteous pursuit of true freedom for all, and a continued pledge to remember the past and dream the future. People resisted slavery in the U.S. as long as it persisted, uncovered the story of those who escaped slavery, and
That was a good video. That was a good video. All right. So it sounds like y'all want me to do Flight Simulator. It sounds like that's what y'all want. Or is it just Otto that wants Flight Sim? Because I got to get shit together if I'm doing Flight Sim. Would it be better standing? No, I can't stand when I'm doing Flight Simulator. But we can do marbles. If you do Flight Sim, I say fly from Toluca to Cuernavaca. I don't know that. But chat, it's fucking time. Chat, it's fucking time. Time we do marbles on stream. Courtesy of Jadarigo. I can get the airport codes if you want. No, yeah, I know, that's fine. Also, how long is that flight? I guess I could fast forward it too. Chat, if you get marbles on stream, you can customize your marble, and customizing your marble, you can shop for things. If you shop for things, please use Nego in support of creator code, and then some of that will go towards me and the broadcast. O'Hare to the old side of Fort Sumter. Watch the company who made marbles on stream be directly linked with Mossad. Oh yeah, they are. 16 maps. No, we're not doing 16. Map list is already full. Get rid of them. No. All right, we do 3 races. For those that have never been here, we do 3 races. We do 4 bets, 3 races, 4 bets, 3 races. The 4th bet's easy if you pay attention. The 4th bet's easy if you pay attention. Mossad used to be called Marbles before 1968. That's true. Exclamation point play if you'd like to join the race. I have to get bets going. All right, chat. All right. Does the winner's name start with a vowel? TLC to CVJ. TLC to VJ. If you have to ask what a VJ is, it's not for you. Chat, name that reference. Chat, exclamation point play if you'd like to join the race. Exclamation point play if you'd like to join the race. 30 seconds to get your bets in. 30 seconds to get them in. 30 seconds. 30 seconds to get them in. Wow, Otto's really going to screw people here and not do exclamation point play. And not be another person. VJ like Carson Daly? Carson Daly? BDS? Otto, I'm literally doing Flight Sim after this, you dumbass. I don't wish to partake. I hate this stupid rigged game. Do you, Otto? Anyway, bets are in. The bets are in. The bets are in. Last chance to get into the race. Exclamation point play if you'd like to join. Exclamation point play if you would like to join. Exclamation point play going once. Exclamation point play going twice. All right, and we're off. We're off. And off we go. Emily hits the funnel first. Who's going to find the hole first, chat? Is it going to be Emmy, or is it going to be Hollykins? Or is it going to be Nomar or S-Cow? Or is it going to be Ghost? We all know that Ghost can't find the hole. We all know that Ghost has a problem finding the hole. Who's going to find it first? And S-Cow is down in the hole first. Who's going to follow? S-Cow is spinning their lead. Nomar is just behind S-Cow. S-Cow trying to get his speed through the spiral. Hollykins gaining some speed behind Jadarigo. S-Cow expanding their lead. Nomar had a little issue getting through the turn. S-Cow gets hung up, but is able to pop out. Emmy and Nomar trying to catch up to S-Cow, but S-Cow makes a good pass through the cross-section. Nomar and Emily neck and neck. S-Cow misses the hole. Gives Emily and Nomar a chance, but Emily and Nomar miss. So does GD. Hollykins also misses. S-Cow misses the hole. Oh, S-Cow gets in the hole somehow. S-Cow drops through the funnels and through the gate. Nomar's in second place. S-Cow through the cylindrical pegging field. S-Cow into the washing machine. And off we go. Nomar leveled up to level 1. Nomar's in the lead. Nomar's expanding the lead. S-Cow up to level 1. Emily up to level 1. Jadarigo up level 1. Ghost up level 1. Oh my god, they're all hung up on the windmill. Oh, Nomar gets by. Nomar gets by. Nomar's in the lead. Nomar's your winner! Rigged. Nomar's your winner, Jadarigo. In second. Ghost is off the board. S-Cow, third place. I'm sorry for the copy and paste message. It was the address for Arby's. For whoever deleted my messages, want to let you know. Okay, I was deleting it out of precaution, Holly. I was deleting it out of precaution, but also great choice of fast food place. That's my choice every time. Good night, Becca. Good night, Becca. Have a good night's rest. Nomar, congratulations on your victory. Nomar with 17 points, Jadarigo with 14 points, S-Cow with 10 points, Emily with 0, Hollykins with 0, and Ghost with 0. On to the next race. Sorry, I meant to copy the play. But it didn't copy. No, you're good. I was making sure you didn't dox yourself, and I actually didn't catch it fast enough. But the Twitch name did not start with a vowel. Therefore, the doubters get paid. All right, chat. Does everybody finish this one? Oh. 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 Also, I never had Arby's. Jesus Christ, Hollykins. Exclamation point play if you'd like to join the race. Exclamation point play. Does everybody finish? Yes or no? Yes or no? Exclamation point play if you'd like to join the race. Exclamation point play. I love how Keko doesn't even join these anymore.
City plus America. New York plus Bush. got 9/11. I got 9/11. I got 9/11. We did 9/11. We
Classic.
did 9/11. No,
Get your
don't
bets
clip
in,
that.
15
Don't
seconds
clip
left.
That. Do not clip that. Do not clip that.
15 seconds left. 5 seconds. 5 seconds to get your bets in. Nobody's betting anymore. Nobody bets anymore. Nobody bets anymore. What's the point of me doing bets if nobody's going to bet? All right. Going once. Exclamation point play. Going twice. That's it. And we're off. Ghost jumps out to a huge lead. Hollykins and Nomar popped in just after Ghost. Ghost goes left on the right side. Hollykins and Nomar split it on the left side. Oh God, I'm stuck in the tube. I'm stuck in the tube. Who's in the lead? Looks like Jadarigo has jumped ahead of Ghost. Nope. Yup. Jumped ahead of Ghost. Nomar down there. Hollykins is in the lead. Hollykins has an enormous lead. Betting is haram. Oh yeah, I forgot you guys have done the Shahada. Thanks to Plank. Hollykins finds the hole first. Hollykins found a lot of holes there quickly. Hollykins has experience finding the hole, apparently. Hollykins expanding her lead. Nomar desperately trying to catch up. Whoa! Hollykins is transported across the map. Hollykins is into the funnel. Hollykins is into the dark depths of the next section of the map. Nomar trying desperately to catch up. Hollykins gets past the gate with no issues. Hollykins continuing. Nomar gets into the hole quickly. But gets held up a little bit just like Hollykins. There must be blocks in there. Jadarigo is off the board, which means not everybody finished the race. Holly's got to avoid the laser. Holly's getting pegged a little bit. Holly's getting pegged a little hard. Nomar gets ahead of Holly. Holly's blowing the lead. Nomar hitting the speed bumps. Trying to get through the maze. Hollykins going through the Hershey Kiss speed bumps. Who's going to get through first? It is slowed shit down. Emily trying to take advantage of it and shrink the deficit. Hollykins had a good path on the left side, but got held up again. Goes right down the middle. Nomar gets through the crossroads. Holly does not. Nomar gets held up again. This is Emily's chance. Emily gets held up as well. Nomar onto the stairs. Emily onto the stairs first. Emily hits the stairs. Oh my God, is Emily going to come out of nowhere? Hollykins bypasses Nomar. Hollykins has some speed trying to catch up to Emily. Emily getting pegged hard. But Holly comes out of nowhere. Is Holly gonna be your winner? Holly drops into the hole first. Holly is your winner. Congratulations, Hollykins. Why is Twitch down today? Is it down? Hi, Luge. I had the day off work for Juneteenth, made dinner for my girlfriend last night, and took her to one of my favorite diners this morning for breakfast. Fucking great way to spend a day off. Yeah, that sounds pretty awesome. Also, S-Cow and Ghost are just weirdly getting pegged together. Are they going to finish? Who's going to finish first? Is it going to be Ghost or S-Cow? Oh, Ghost slipped right into the hole very easily there. Also, everyone did not finish. All right, chat. On to the most difficult one. Hollykins gets 23 points. Emily gets 19 points. Nomar gets 14 points. Ghost gets 0. S-Cow gets 0. And Jadarigo also getting 0. On to the next map. on to the hardest bet. Chat, who's going to win the race? Who is going to win the race? Oh my God, I'm going to have to type all new names for everybody. Because the last time we did a race, none of y'all were here. Emily. Loosh. Nomar. Gecko. Other. Oh, I got the hiccups. Chat, get your bets in. Who's going to win the race? Who will win the race? Exclamation point play if you'd like to join the race. Exclamation point play. I'm gaming here important shit. Is it that important, Mezcal? This is Pride Month. Don't shame them if they want to get pegged together. I was talking about the marbles race. Emily, I don't know what's wrong with you. Exclamation point play if you'd like to join the race. 10 seconds to get your bets in. 10 seconds to get them in. All right, that's going to be it for the bets. Last chance to get into the race. Last chance to get into the race. Exclamation point play going once. Exclamation point play going twice. Exclamation point play going thrice. And we're off. I love how Otto just completely left because we're doing marbles on stream. I'm playing Flight Sim after this. I don't know why he left. I'm still here. Oh, Otto put the 1 point. Otto's one that put the bet on Ghost. Otto's playing the raid game. Expecting the rig. Finishing up my triple trials mob farm on Minecraft server. Hollykins, the powerhouse, maintains her lead. Blocking Escow at every turn. Jadarigo in third place. Nomar in fourth. Ghost in fifth. And Emmy in last place. Bringing up the rear. Oh my God. Going through the flashes. Escow and Holly hit the blocks, but Jadarigo jumps right over him like a boss he is. Jadarigo dropping in the cylinder. Escow still is your leader. Escow Jadarigo gets held up, but Hollykin squeaks on by. No more squeaks by too. Escow squeaks further by. Woo! Escow's in the lead. Emily and Ghost are just playing grab ass back there, apparently. I'm going like 2 minutes and the auto slander starts up like clockwork. Exactly. Otto, don't you understand that like this stream revolves around you? Escow dropping into the hole first. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Bad driving. Oh, shit. Escow flying through. What the hell was that noise? What is that golden puck? Your mother? All these paid actors. I didn't even join marbles. Yep. Also, everybody's marbles are huge. Jadarigo's ball is huge. Oh, Hollykins out of nowhere. Hollykins came out of fucking nowhere. Hollykins is tied with Escow. Whoa. Where did Escow go? Escow, go. Get it? Escargo. Escow, go. Escow into the cylinder. Escow continuing to be in the lead. Continuing to expand that lead. Jadarigo trying to catch up desperately. I lost my marbles. Escow go. My car go. 160 swiftly. Ooh, JD's picking up some speed. Is it going to be enough? Chat, I think they purposely made this course really small to make the marbles look huge. I think that's the point of this. Oh my God, Hollykins took the lead. Hollykins is your winner. Congratulations, Hollykins. What do you know about that Biggie Ghost? I don't know. Hollykins is your winner. Congratulations, Hollykins. Now we got to see if S-Cow, who had the lead most of the way. Oh, S-Cow went first to last. God damn. God damn. If S-Cow finishes. Chat, 1 minute. Get your bets in. Who wins the Grand Prix? You're saying to trim the bushes? Yes. Yes, I am. Chat, 1 minute to get your bets in. Who wins the Grand Prix? Who wins the Grand Prix? Based on all the points that were given to everybody at the end of every race, who wins the Grand Prix? Also, everybody's marbles are huge. Jadargo's ball is huge. Jadargo's got a big ball. Hollykins is your winner. Hollykins gets 21 points. Nomar gets 17 points. Emily gets 13 points. Jadargo gets 0. Ghost gets 0. And S-Cow gets 0. Chat, get your bets in. 20 seconds to get your bets in. Who wins tonight's iteration of Marbles on Stream Grand Prix? Huge balls, massive aiming. Yeah. Some would say the most massive. I can't do math, but I'm voting me. What do you mean you can't do math? What do you mean you can't do math? All right, the bets are in, chat. The fucking bets are in. Here we go, chat. Here we fucking go. In third place, Emily. In second place, Hollykins. And your winner in the Juneteenth edition of Marbles on Stream on the Net Ghost Rider broadcast, No More Noodles. No More Noodles is your winner with 48 points. Hollykins with 44 points. Emmy with 32 points. Jadargo with 14 points. S-Cow with 10. And Neg Ghost Rider with 0. Can't believe you all think this is rigged. I was told to say no to math. Don't you know drugs are bad for you? Sure. Math is a drug now? What? What? That doesn't make any sense. Math is a drug now? That's some awful shit, but not as awful as not avoiding the top of the hour ad break. Because at the top of every hour, I run a 3-minute ad to avoid pre-roll ads for any new viewers. If you want to avoid the ads, you can pay $5.99 for a subscription, or get lucky and get gifted a sub, or link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account and get a free monthly subscription from Daddy Bezos to your favorite streamer. Hopefully it's me. If it's not me, then hopefully it's one of our friends like No More Noodles here. But anyway, here comes the 3-minute ad break now. All right, chat. While the 3-minute ad break plays, I'm going to get my shit together for Flight Simulator. So I got to get my yoke. I got to get my throttle. And I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick, too. I'll be right back. Mods, feel free to run clips.
Aska, I'm stuck.
Well, unstuck,
I can't.
bro.
I can't crouch. I can't jump.
Oh man. Whatever.
Leave me alone, 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 leave me alone.
What people are overusing the word entrepreneur. I'm gonna be an entrepreneur, which means you're gonna fucking start a fucking live stream. I know people who think what I'm doing right now is entrepreneurship, as if it's this innovative new thing they thought of. I'm just yelling at you doing homework. Okay, I didn't start something up. Okay.
Aska, I'm stuck.
Well,
I
unstuck,
can't.
bro.
I can't crouch. I can't jump.
Oh man. Whatever.
I've redeemed myself.
Jim out here being like, stop making faces and unionize, Jim.
I'm still working on stuff, so feel free to keep doing shoutouts. Also, I'll get... I'm a little sorry I didn't have a shout-out list pulled up. No, you're good. I mean, there's other mods in the chat, too. Like Keko. Like, Keko should do something. Not calling out a specific person at all or anything. So the last time I did this, I basically couldn't move my mouse in effect. Now that I know I have a DPI on my mouse, that I know I can. Also, I need to find my USB. Okay. Find that. I don't know why I have that. Oh god. Oh, I gotta get water. Hold on. Hide the line. question for y'all. I got a question for y'all. Would you all be interested in helping me study for like my check ride, like leading up to it? Like if you all would randomly pepper me like questions that I'm gonna get asked on the check ride. Also, I gotta pay people out. Gotta pay out Nomar for the W. I gotta hook up the yoke and the throttle. Is it? Where is it? This setup has been interesting for a flight simulator. It has been less than ideal. I don't exactly have a ton of room here. Okay. Okay, I think that's good. It's really hard to type that. Oh, fuck. I hope I don't have to update the game. Oh, I probably do. Fuck. God damn it. I probably have to update. Oh, I didn't even think about that aspect of it. Damn it. Chat, why didn't you all think of that? Think about that. I'd be willing to record a clicker sound effect for you so chat can reward you for correct answers. I'm kind of sick of these clicker jokes. I'm so lost on them. Why don't you just feed me treat for correct answers? Pavlov to success. Gonna make this bitch some flashcards. Go. Okay. Okay. All right, here we go, chat. Oh, it's fucking updating. Cool. Cool. It's updating. Awesome. This always happens. 1.5 gigs.
This is a cool story. trans woman in England swam topless in her race to protest the fact that she was forced to swim with the men. Let's talk about it. Hey, I'm Coach Jackie with all your women's sports news. It's been a really hard day for trans people, particularly trans youth in America. So I want to tell the story because trans women and people are everywhere and they just want to live like the rest of us in a world that's making it increasingly hard to do so. So this is Anne Isabella Coombs. She's a swimmer. She's 67 years old and she had been swimming as a part of the Reading Swimming Club in England for about 30 years. She transitioned over the lockdown and then in 2022 applied to compete in the women's category, and she was allowed to do so for about a year. And in 2023, there were new rules put in place where she was no longer allowed to compete as a transgender woman with the other women. They split the swimming into two categories, female and open, open being cis men, trans people, and non-binary people all together. And when she asked them what she's supposed to wear, they basically said that she needs to wear a female swimming costume despite, and a costume British, right, suit, despite having to compete with men, which would basically out her as a transgender woman. So, and that's not allowed. She said you can't do that, and they didn't have an answer to that. So because of that, because there wasn't an answer, she just didn't race for a while. But then this year, she wanted to come back so that she could do so in protest. She could show them just how ridiculous this new rule was. So she showed up wearing the jammers that all the guys wear, and with nothing covering her breasts. First of all, so badass to do that in a masters competition at 67 years old. But secondly, I think protests like this are so important because trans folks talk about trans women as if they are just men. Like just big burly men coming to beat down on all the women. But they're not. They're literally just women. And I love women. I shouldn't really say just women. They're women, period. Trans women, trans people, trans kids are not a threat. They're not dangerous. They're just people trying to live, trying to swim, trying to play, trying to get the health care, the gender-affirming care that they need, that has been medically tested and proven as effective and necessary, that is being kept from the kids that need it in our country right now. It's a sad day, but trans people still exist, the protest still exists, and we just gotta take it one day at a time. I love women's sports.
That's awesome. That's an awesome story. Thank you, Emmy. Okay, we're back. Make sure I don't dox myself. Okay, didn't dox myself. Actually, I'll do it again. Yep, would have doxed myself. Okay, we are going... TLC. Oh, fuck. What did SCOW say? What airport is it? Toluca to Cuernavaca. TLC to CVJ. I don't think that's the right one. Same TikToker had a video up where she said that if you can't name 5 WNBA players, you're not allowed to have a single opinion about trans people in women's sports. I think I can name 5. Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Paige Buchers. That's 3. Fucking Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark's teammate at Iowa. I can't name 5 non-trans athletes in any sport. Kate something. I can't remember her fucking last name. Also, it's Sophie Cunningham, Caitlin Clark's teammate. I literally just read an article about it. Then there's... Yeah, this isn't fair because I read an article with a bunch of their names. There's Mallory something, I think, too. I read that wrong, but yeah, I can't name women or men because I don't give a fuck about sports. SCal, I... Toluca Airport. Let's see. We're looking for when we look for airport codes, we're looking for the ICAO code. So it's not just the airport code. We're looking for the ICAO code. What was the other one, SCal? Cuernavaca. MMCB. Okay, there we go. There we go, chat. Now we're set. We're not doing this shit at night, because fuck that. It's an hour-long flight. 69 miles. Nice. We are going to start at the General. Dude, that's an enormous fucking runway. Holy shit. A 14,000-foot runway? God damn. Holy fuck. 13,000 feet. God damn. Oh shit, I don't want to delete arrival. Oh, there's only one runway. Okay, I guess we could change VFR, direct GPS, VOR to VOR. We're not doing IFR, we're doing VFR. This is the plane that we're flying. We're gonna go with... Yeah, that's fine. Weight and balance. Again, not trying to dox myself. Weight and balance. All right, chat. All right, if we're going 69 miles, okay? If we're going 69 miles and this plane does 8 gallons per hour and we're flying about an hour, we would need like 10 gallons total. Not enough to land your mom though? God damn it. God damn it, J Dargo. Tucker? What? TLC is the new replacement for the Max Airport? Oh. 12 gallons. One dude in this plane. Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm doing the math right now. And we're going to put chat on here too. Okay. So. It is. If we're going through 8 gallons per hour. And we're doing one flight and the flight takes about an hour. We need... And we need 30 minutes reserve. So if we go 8 gallons for that 1 hour and then we 30 minutes reserve, that's 12 gallons total. So if we get a little extra, we'll go 8 gallons in each wing to make it as light as possible. Not 80, 8. 8 gallons in each wing. Because you only want to carry as much as you need, right? So we need passengers, chat. So we know I'm 160 pounds as a pilot. Who wants to be... All right, actually, this might be really cool. I could show you guys something. So this is a weight and balance. So it's moving the center of gravity, and it has to fall within... Shit, my camera's in the way, chat. There we go. So it has to fall within the envelope, we call it. Okay. It has to fall within the envelope, the center of gravity, between these 2 points here. Or sorry, between these 2 points here and between left and right. Okay. It has to fall in this vicinity here. If it doesn't, we can't fly because it's very dangerous. Okay. 225. So SCal would be my co-pilot. SCal would be my co-pilot. Bite Sync will be in the back. Okay. All right. So we are off center. We are off center. So we need another passenger. And if we don't have anybody, we'll just throw somebody that's 190 in there. Okay? And let's put a couple beers in here. Let's put some beers in here so when we get to our destination. So let's say beers equals 6 pounds per gallon. So let's assume you could boot my ass out, but I'd need to be comp. Let's see. If we go, so every can of beer is 12 ounces. So 12 ounces is 3/4 of a pint. Watching you while getting my oil change. Well, we also got to check our oil too. 450? Sure. It's probably too heavy. 450 is too heavy. We can only have max 200. Not 2,000, 200. All right, 200 is too heavy. I have 200 kilograms of tungsten for you to haul. God. Yeah, I can't do that. All right, let's put it... that's too much too. Let's put 120 pounds in the back. We're slightly off-centered. So let's swap the passengers. Oh, that's not good. There we go. Now it's a little bit better. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. Why the fuck would that work? Okay, I don't know why he was doing that in the first place. Okay, so now we got everything good to go. Are we doing commercial plane? No, we're doing my plane, the plane that I'm literally learning how to fly in. Okay, so that's weight and balance. So weight and balance is good. We're a little heavy on the backside, which means we'll fly. We will fly faster. But if we stall, we might be fucked. So, yeah. We're going to do live weather. No, clear skies. Oh, shit. I didn't want to do that. Fuck that. Clear skies. Live traffic. Air traffic was set to pre-existing patterns. Air traffic density is modifiable in the options menu. I'll do AI. Weather and time. Custom. Fuck it. Fine. It's fine. Failures. Maybe we'll do something like that at some point. Customization. Wear and tear. Elevator authority adjustment. Okay. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good to go, chat. I think we're ready. I think we're ready to do this. So let's go flying. Okay, where to go flying? J.K. Rowling's about 119 pounds, according to what I found online. Don't worry if you don't have the weight limit for that. We can cut our losses, have her disembark midway through the simulation. I don't know what you mean. Okay. Need to move my camera back. Here. All right. We have calm winds. Cruise speed 100. Oh, this is my plane. Range is 637 miles. That's a lot. Sea folk. Visibility is 74 miles. Wind is 270 at 2 knots. Altitude is 8463. Holy shit, this is some high altitude shit. Oh no, unfortunately, Rowling got disemboweled by prop in a tragic accident. Yeah, I didn't say clear. All right. We are ready to fly. Okay? So, first thing I need to do is I'm going to get rid of yoke so I can see what I'm fucking doing. I also have to... Ah, fuck. Come on. Zoom in. So I have to get rid of the chocks, the tie downs, and the wheel fairings. Let's see. And then I have to put the fuel on. Take off the parking brake. Bro, where I grew up was at 92,550. Yeah, well, I'm used to fucking flying from like sea level. All right, flaps are down. Trim is tabbed. Let's see. We need... All right. So I need to figure out where these are. So the fuel pump. That's the strobe lights. Okay. All right. So that's where all that shit is. Okay, so we need to prime. Prime the engine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we're primed. Mixture rich. Up a little bit with the throttle. Then I have to flip these on. Flip on the anti-collision lights. Flip on the fuel pump. That's not the fuel pump. This is the fuel pump. Flip on the fuel pump briefly. Make sure there's fuel pressure. And then we start the engine. Oh, wait. Clear! And then we got to verify nobody's around the prop. Verify nobody's around the prop. Okay. And... nothing happened. Uh-oh. Why does my key not work? Oh, there we go. Sweet! All right, cool. So we got to flip on the avionics. Why is my radio off? All right, we need to set this to... $1,200. I got the brakes on. Is radio get 99.9 the Hawk? Dude, does everybody have 99.9 the Hawk? That's what we had growing up too. Why is my radio not on? There, now the radio's on. Listen to ATIS. Information, whiskey. Wind calm, visibility 9, sky conditions clear, temperature 15, dew point 13, altimeter 29.92. So we gotta set the altimeter to 29. Oh boy. Too far. 29.92. We have whiskey. There we go. So 29.92. We need to go to traffic.
Toluca traffic, Piper Charlie, Foxtrot Oscar Echo Charlie is taxi.
Make sure you put the flaps up, bro. No, we don't put the flaps up. We don't put the flaps up until we're landing. Beats. Well, welcome in, Beats. Chat. Mods, can someone give a shout out to Beats from the basement, please? Down, I mean. Was he a joke about bird-based radio station near me, but realized it would dox me since it's only my area? Generic desktop pilot simulators? Emily, I have one. I literally have the yoke and I have the throttle. I have the throttle and the rudders and everything in front of me right now. It's just, it's not easy to do with my current setup because I'm pinned up against the wall. And I don't have any room for my mouse. Because it's under my fucking... It's under my mic arm. What I could do... I can move this shit over. Like so. This flight should take you over that golf course I always tell you about. Oh, really? Thank you, Jade Argo. Oh, it's probably not going to have clips anyway because you're always DJing, Beats. What's the route? Toluca to... I don't remember the name of it. It's CVJ, though. The one in the forest? Oh, okay. Just a moody logo. How are you, Beats? I noticed you've been streaming a lot more recently, which is good. Hope you're doing well. Got a 7-week-old? Well, every time they go on a nap, you could be streaming. Streaming and making some great tunes. Congratulations on the 7-week-old, though. I knew you and the wife were expecting. Also, I'm burning fuel, chat. Nah, that's the time reserved for my wife shouting at me. Say my link is just a replica of Cessna key. Oh, I'm not flying a Cessna, but... All right, so we need to go. We're going to runway 33. All right. So... we make our turns with the rudder pedals. Fuck, I'm not gonna be able to see any fucking signs at all. I'm not gonna be able to see any goddamn signs. All right, I'm gonna move some shit around real quick. No! Fuck! That wasn't supposed to happen. There we go. I should probably turn this so I can actually... Okay. All right. So if we're going to runway 33, we need to make a turn to runway 5. We need to run parallel to runway 5. Oh shit, I'm not supposed to go this way. Supposed to go this way. Alright. So I'm heading to the south. There's basically no... Yeah, Keko loves music, so that's why Keko's in there all the time. Oh, I'm gonna follow this plane. The lights are so fucked here. What the fuck? Okay, so the lights are fucking in a weird spot. Runway 15. Fuck, I went to the wrong runway. Anyway, fuck it, I'm going.
Toluca traffic Piper Charlie, Foxtrot Oscar Echo Charlie is taxiing to runway Tree.
Alright, so I'm going to taxi all the way down to 33 now. Also, prior to taking off from this place, I would definitely see what the airport map looks like. And I would, so I would know where I'm going. Chat, I grew up looking at these mountains. Yeah, they're beautiful. So what we're going to do is we're going to drive down, because this is a 14,000 foot runway. So we're going to go down here. I'm going to give myself some room, and I'm going to turn around, and we're going to take off. Oh, yes, Trump ATC rules. Wrong runway, but fuck it. I mean, it's technically the same runway. It's just I have to turn around, because I have to go off of runway 33. Also, I would not be doing this. And then we were supposed to do a run up too, but fuck it. Fuck it, we're going deep. Fuck it, we're taking off. Oh, this runway's so long because it's so high of elevation, I think. Get this speed. We're getting to the end of the runway. And we're up. We're up. Oh, fuck it. God damn it. Okay. That's why the runway. It's rated for A380. You saw how long it took me to get up to speed, though? Saw how long it took me to get up to speed? All right, let's do this all over again. Also, chat, literally this shit that I would have to do if I was actually flying is so fucking boring to you all. So that's why I'm like not doing it. Okay. Oil has 8 quarts, batteries 11.7. Okay. There we go. There's a lot less oxygen up there. Yeah, and the air is very thin. Worst flight ever refund? It was a practice flight. All right, fuel tank on the right. Mixture rich. Throttle slightly up. Anti-collision light on. Fuel pump on. Master switch. 5 primers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Oh, shit. I forgot to say clear. Clear! Check. Check. Nobody in the way. Nobody in the way. All right. Now we turn on the engine. Okay. Bump up the throttle. So it's about 1,100 RPMs. Flip off the fuel pump. Flip on the avionics. Turn on the radio. ATIS. Information whiskey. Wind calm. Visibility 9. Sky conditions clear. Temperature 15. Dew point 13. Altimeter 2992. Okay. 24. There we go. Okay. So let's test the brakes. I got the parking brake on, chat. I have the parking brake on. Parking brake needs to be taken off. Brakes work. All right, let's get out of here.
Toluca traffic Piper Charlie.
Oh, now we want to taxi to 15.
Taxiing to runway 15.
Get out the way. I might have taken that person out. All right, so we're going to runway 15. During a wiring workshop last night, a topic of plane crash in India came up. I told them what you mentioned about them not getting enough speed. One of the people in the room replied, "Nah, I think it was terrorists." Jesus Christ, fucking idiots. Also, there's evidence that some of the engines went out because they saw a picture with like the assist turbine on or something like that. Remember, chat, this runway is fucking very, very long. All right, there's the windsock. Weak crosswind. Okay, now we have to do a thing called a run-up to verify all the engines and everything are good to go. So we're going to pull to the side here so we can let other planes go through. So what we do here is we turn the throttle all the way up. Oh, shit. Dude, I don't think this plane can run at this level. Anyway, we check the magnetrons. So that's the left one. The right one. Okay, and then we hit the carburetor. Anti-ice. Okay. Now we bring the throttle down. Bring the throttle down. And then we go through the checklist, chat. All right. So, engine gauges. Engine gauges. Fuel's full on the left, fuel on the right. We have fuel pressure. We have oil pressure. We have suction, which is behind here. And then we check seatbelts. Fastened. ASCAL, get your seatbelt on. Doors latched. Doors latched. Okay. Fuel on proper tank. No, that's the landing checklist. See, in the plane that I'm using, there's actually like a takeoff checklist. Flaps down. Or sorry, flaps up. Flaps up. Trim tab taken care of. Let's see. We have the heading is ADF heading. I don't think this is the right one. I think that's the heading I'm supposed to be on. HSI heading, HSI court. Oh, shit. Course is supposed to be 146. Currently heading is 30 degrees. All right, seatbelts on. Let's see. Fuel pump on. We need to set the transponder to altitude and 1200. There we go. All right, I think we are good. All right, we are good. So now we are going to announce takeoff and runway 15.
South departure.
Oh, wait, we got to check free and clear. We got to check free and clear. Controls free and clear. Yep. Okay. I usually have a checklist on me, chat. Okay, now we're good to go. Also, this shit is gonna take me forever. All right, here we go, chat. We need all of this runway. That's why this runway is so fucking long. So, chat, the RPMs I usually am flying at this point is like 2,700. We're currently at 1,700 RPMs. We have to get the 60 knot airspeed to get in the air. We're at 50. We just hit 60. But I'm gonna go a little further to make sure we get in the air. I could outrun your airplane. Okay, we're pulling back. We're gonna use the ground effect. We're gonna stay low to the ground, use the ground effect. Pick up some speed. Of course, we can't pick up speed because the air's so thin. Yeah, we can't get in the air. We're bouncing. We gotta hit the brakes. Classic can't get it up. S-Cow, can you give me something at a lower angle? At a lower altitude? Chat, this plane can't fly in this. I literally... Fuck, I'll try this again. Chat, I literally couldn't get above 60 knots. Very common in high stress scenarios. I would be too worried. You need the ramp that they have on aircraft carriers? Yeah. So, yeah, those arrows that you just saw there at the beginning of that runway are literally there so that planes can have a longer run up. Also, there's no wind, too. If there was wind, it would actually be easier to do this. All right, we're at VX. If we get to VY... I'd feel more comfortable getting in the air. All right, there we go, chat. We're in the air. I literally can't get altitude. This engine isn't strong enough. Oh no. Oh my god, the engine isn't strong enough. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, so that was at a higher altitude. So that's why that didn't happen. All right, Escal's got another one for us. MMMD. MMMD to MMTL. It's 900 miles. That's okay. We can skip it. Is it? I thought it was closer. I mean, we'll just skip. We'll just fast forward it. Yeah, it's 900 miles. Unless you got different airports. All right, we'll do this again. Weight and balance, we'll just fucking leave it. MMTL goes to Cancun, not tell them. MMUN is Cancun. Yeah, Cancun's an hour and a half flight. Yeah, that MMTL was on the west side of Mexico. Custom flight conditions. 29.92. We're gonna increase the winds. Make it fucking easier to take off. Make sure I actually can take off. It's right below Cancun, bro, like 100 miles south. Tulum? No, MMTL. MMTL is Tapo de Allende, which is over here. Chat, it's also the top of the hour. I have to run a 3-minute ad. If you want to avoid the ads, you can pay $5.99 for a subscription or get lucky and get gifted a sub or link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. For a free monthly subscription from Daddy Bezos to your favorite streamer, hopefully it's me. If it's not me, then you get stuck behind the 3-minute ad break now. Veg for me. Take care, dudes. TQO. MMTU. MMTU. S-Cow. Yeah, 135 miles. Sorry we couldn't get in the air, Auto. Pronounced Tulum. 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 Okay. All right. We should be good here now. 29 knots? Okay. Also, my rudder pedals moved on that last one. Oh, I got that right out of the wiki for the airport? Really? I got that out of the wiki, too. It popped up right away. Ugh. Is it starting me on the runway? Elevation is 35 feet. Sweet. Wind is 2 knots. Oh shit, we're already running. We're already running. I just need to set everything, chat. All right. Camera. Yeah, I want to do the chase. Okay, there we go. This is my motherland, chat. All right, here we go, chat. Wait, how do I go in and out of the cockpit? Okay, I like this. All right, here we go, chat. Fucking parking brake is on. Goddamn parking brake is on again. I hate when they do this. Why are my brakes not working? There we go. Now we're going. Now we're good to go.
Piper Charlie, Foxtrot Oscar Echo Charlie, continue for west departure.
There we go. We're at VY. This is better than in the cockpit, chat. right, I need to go on a heading of 109. All right, let's go to cruise. Bring down the throttle. Run the engine at about 2,200 RPMs. And then we can bring the mixture down. You need to continue climbing so we get over the pattern altitude. Trying to get the airspeed to my VY, which is 75 knots. That is best angle. Or best climb speed, I should say.
Piper Oscar Echo Charlie leaving my airspace frequency change approved. Merida Tower Piper Charlie, Foxtrot Oscar Echo Charlie frequency change.
Okay, we keep climbing. I believe we're about... We'll sit at 3,000 feet. And we'll fly... Actually, we need to sit at 3,500. Because that's where... That's... Altitudes for VFR have to be 500. And then if you are on the east side of a compass, it is odds. And on the west side, it's evens, I think. Yeah. Time for bed, chat. Enjoy the jungle. Say hi to the Mayan ruins for me. All right. So we are now at 3,500. Oh, there's a baseball field underneath us. Chat. There's some baseball fields there. Big baseball field. Fun fact before I go, Merida, the city we're flying over, was once the world capital of Hennequin. What they used to use make ropes and make a lot of textiles. U.S. figured out how to make synthetic fibers, so they just didn't have to rely on Mexico for their products. The city almost went under because of it. Damn. Well, it's under me right now. All right, lower the nose so I pick up airspeed. Frame that shit down. What the fuck? God, it is actually legitimately so much easier to fly in real life than it is in this game. Oh shit, I dropped pretty far in the altitude there. Dude, what is happening? My altitude is all over the place right now. My altitude, my airspeed. Ah, there we go. I was pretty close. I was pretty close despite being offline. Fucking losing altitude, chat. Okay, get to 3,500. Steady it out. All right, we are going to fast forward and get to the point where we land. Where we are approaching. I'm not going to fly for 2 hours for you, chat. Is this 2024? No. This is the 2021.
Piper Oscar Echo Charlie, your transponder appears inoperative or malfunctioning. Reset squawk 1200.
Flaps up. Flaps down. All right. Trim back. Fuel pump on. Trim up a little bit. Flaps down. Good thing this is a long runway. We have the runway. We have the runway. We have the runway. Whoops. Floating a little bit. Floating a little bit. Keep the nose up. Oh, bouncing. Not good. Oh, shit. Oops. Not a good landing, chat. I'm gonna have to redo that. That was bad. I have never landed a plane in this game like that. Like that. Don't do that on your check ride? Yeah, I won't do that on my check ride. I've never landed a plane like that. In this game. I've never landed a plane with this camera angle in this game. Also, look at the DM I sent you. Oh my god, that's great, SCal. It's a review of 2024, which is why I was asking. No, this is 2020. I got this when I got my PC. Well, it wasn't the softest landing in the world. But it was a landing that we can walk away from. All right. Let's go back. Let's do some flying in the pattern. It said they can't get up to altitude because the game is bugged, so I was like, maybe? No, I couldn't get to altitude because the plane that I'm using, it's not powerful enough. It doesn't have enough RPMs to kind of pull me along at that altitude. It probably has to have more horsepower. So the plane that I was using, the horsepower wasn't good enough. All right. So let's go check out okay, I'm off real. Good night, SCal. Have a good night's rest. All right, let's do We're not doing big airports. Let's do small airports. Like this one. Let's do Salinas Muni. Let's do Salinas Muni. If I get some practice in, we'll do a couple landings. You can do ABE. That one is small. Is it? What's ABE?
Salinas Tower Piper Charlie, Foxtrot Oscar Echo Charlie at runway 26 ready for departure departing straight out. Cleared for takeoff runway 26 Piper Oscar Echo Charlie.
Downtown, PA 5 terminals. Okay, that'll be the next one. Smallest runway. Are we taxiing all the way to the end? What the fuck? Oh, stop. Alright. Mixture rich. Throttle. Lower. Fuel pump on. Alright, let's do this one in the cockpit. Parking brake off. Cleared for takeoff, runway 26. All right, let's do this. All right, let's go. Rotate and climb.
Salinas Tower Piper Charlie, Foxtrot Oscar Echo Charlie 300 feet for touch and go.
Piper Charlie, Foxtrot Oscar Echo Charlie Salinas Tower. Altimeter 29.902, wind calm 5, left traffic runway 26.
All right, left traffic.
Make left traffic runway 26 Piper Oscar Echo Charlie.
Turn off fuel pump. Maintain VY. Check out where we are. All right. Shit. All right. Increase airspeed. Maintain 1,000 feet. All right. Slow down a little bit. Put the flaps down.
Piper Oscar Echo Charlie, wind calm clear touch and go left traffic runway 26.
Cleared for touch and go runway 26 Piper Oscar Echo Charlie.
Okay. Flaps down. Fuel pump on. I'm gonna bump up the throttle a little bit. We increase our airspeed. All right, we're on base. Left base, runway 26. We're gonna increase the throttle a little bit, increase our height. Make sure we have full flaps. And there's our runway. We're missing. Okay, they're flashing us green and white. So that means that we're good to land. Our airspeed is a touch low. I need to get us back on the center line. Need to start coming down. Lower the nose a little bit. That'll increase our airspeed. It should increase our airspeed. So you see those lines there? That means I can't land there prior to those white lines. All right, we have the runway. Touchdown. Touchdown. All right, we're going to do a soft field takeoff now. Soft field takeoff now. Okay, we stay close. We stay close to the ground to get up, pick up airspeed. We use ground effect. Use ground effect to pick up airspeed. Pick up our flaps. And we climb.
Salinas Tower Piper Charlie, Foxtrot Oscar Echo Charlie 100 feet to land.
Piper Charlie, Foxtrot Oscar Echo Charlie Salinas Tower. Altimeter 29.92, wind calm, make left traffic runway 26.
Alright, I'm gonna try this with the external camera.
Make left downwind runway 26 Piper Oscar Echo Charlie.
Okay, we're still climbing at VY. Okay, we are in left crosswind runway 26. All right, we are making turn onto left, downwind. Runway 26. Fuel pump off. Oh, I do need to get up to 1,000 feet, though. That's the pattern altitude. right, there we go. Increase airspeed. Okay, now we're good. All right.
Piper Oscar Echo Charlie wind calm. Clear to land runway 26.
Clear to land runway 26.
Piper Oscar Echo Charlie.
Put our flaps down. All right, we make our left base. Runway 26. Increase the throttle a little bit because we're losing some altitude. Increase the throttle a lot because we're losing altitude. They're giving us the gun. They're giving us the green and the white, which means we can land for takeoff. All right, we got white lights on the bottom, red on top. That means we're good. That means we're on a good glide path. Okay, we got double whites. We're a little high. Perfect glide path. Perfect glide path. Great airspeed. And... oops. Little float there. Little float. Some more float. I probably should have turned down the throttle. Still floating, still floating. All right, there we go. Sweet. Good landing, chat.
Piper Oscar Echo Charlie exit runway when able.
All right, get rid of the flaps. Hit the brakes. Pop onto the taxiway.
Piper Oscar Echo Charlie contact ground on 121.7.
121.7 Piper Oscar Echo Charlie. Goodbye.
Piper Charlie, Foxtrot Oscar Echo Charlie taxi to General Aviation Parking via Taxiway Bravo.
Salinas ground didn't copy. Please say again for Piper Oscar Echo Charlie.
Say again.
Ground Piper Oscar Echo Charlie. I didn't copy that. Say again, please.
I don't think this is Bravo, chat.
Piper Oscar Echo Charlie, did you hear my last transmission?
Salinas ground Piper Oscar Echo Charlie. Say again, please.
We have a failure to communicate, chat.
Piper Oscar Echo Charlie, please acknowledge.
I've acknowledged. This is Alpha. I'm gonna go to Charlie.
Piper Oscar Echo Charlie, acknowledge last transmission.
Oh boy. Ah, there's Bravo.
Papa Oscar Echo Charlie ATC services terminated. Good day.
ATC services terminated.
Papa Oscar Echo Charlie ATC services terminated. Good day.
Good day. Wow, they're pissed. They're fucking pissed.
Salinas Ground Piper Charlie, Foxtrot Oscar Echo Charlie taxi to parking.
Piper Charlie, Foxtrot Oscar Echo Charlie taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway Charlie Bravo.
Taxiing to general aviation parking using taxiway Charlie Bravo Piper Oscar Echo Charlie.
There we go. Finally. Finally, we communicated with them. They weren't hearing me. There we go. There we go, chat. Done. Did it. All right, everybody enjoy that? All right, we'll do the one that Bite Sync said. Oh boy. All right, KABE Lehigh Valley International Airport. All right, we'll do a couple landings here. Then we might call it a night. Still not scheduled for work tomorrow. I need to figure out if I'm gonna... Need to figure out if I'm going to try to get a job tomorrow or if I'll just record a couple videos. I feel like I just want to record a couple videos, get a good night's sleep. Record a couple videos, get some rants out, and then I have videos to edit.
Allentown Tower Piper Charlie, Foxtrot Oscar Echo Charlie ready at runway tree 1 straight out departure.
Piper Charlie, Foxtrot Oscar Echo Charlie when calm straight out departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway tree 1.
Sweet. Fuck. Gotta turn my shit back on. I need to turn the parking brake off, chat. All right, here we go. We are at Lehigh Valley International Airport. We are taking off on runway 31. We're going to stay in the pattern. We're going to do a couple different landings that I have to do. The runway height is 400 feet. So that means our pattern altitude is 1,400 feet. Yeah. Here we go. Rotate. Right rudder. Right rudder. Right rudder. Nose up. Nose up. Touch and go.
Allentown Tower, Piper Charlie, Foxtrot Oscar, Echo Charlie, 600 feet, touch and go.
Piper Charlie, Foxtrot Oscar Echo Charlie, Allentown Tower. Altimeter 29er.9er, 2 wind calm, make left downwind runway tree 1.
Okay.
Make left traffic runway tree 1, Piper
Oh, there's
Oscar,
baseball
Echo
fields there.
Charlie.
Cool. All right, so we need to make a left turn and continue to climb. We're almost at pattern altitude. And we are there. I'm going to turn down the throttle. Fuel pump off. And we are in left downwind runway 31. The trim is too high. I'm climbing. I don't want to be climbing. I want to be maintaining. Kind of cool area. Except for all the parking lots and shit. And warehouses. Alright. Start setting up for our landing. Bring that shit down.
Piper Oscar Echo Charlie, wind calm, clear touch, and go left traffic runway tree 1.
Alright. Acknowledge landing. Oh.
Allentown Tower,
Fuck.
please say again transmission for Piper Oscar Echo Charlie.
Piper Oscar Echo Charlie, wind calm, clear touch, and go left traffic runway tree 1.
Cleared touch and go runway tree 1.
Cleared touch and go.
Oscar Echo
Runway
Charlie.
31. Oh, that nose went down pretty hard. We're losing some altitude kind of quick. Okay, and we go here. All right, we overshot it a little bit. Increasing throttle, so we increase some altitude because we are way below the glide path. And we don't have enough airspeed. There we go. And we have runway. Oh, jeez. Ah! That didn't work. Last year we had a choice to fly to Allentown or Newark, but if we went with Newark, they would driving us to Allentown anyway for an extra $500. Wait, they would drive you from Newark to Allentown for an extra $500? That's weird. I feel like it would be... Huh? That's bizarre. Ah. Well, that failed. I don't like flying the plane like that. As cool as it is to see the whole plane, I can't figure out the timing I can't figure out the timing as far as like pulling up and flaring and stuff like that. Wait, I'm confused. It was $500 more expensive for you to fly out of Newark, but one of those flights was a bus to Allentown. Where the hell is Allentown going that Newark isn't going? That's weird. Wait, I have to do all this again? What the fuck? Ugh. Update available? Oh, there's an update for it? Wonder what the update was. No, I don't want that. What was the update? What was the update? What did the update do? What the hell? 40th anniversary points of interest? PA-28 Aero Bundle. Turbo Aero. Four-seater piston engine aircraft equipped with retractable tricycle landing gear and constant speed propeller, ideal for touring and instrument rating. Highly detailed simulation of the PA-28R Aero 3, Turbo Aero 3, and Turbo Aero 4 have been developed. Just Flight's in-house team. Free only. Piper Cherokee 140. That's literally the plane that I used. Fuck, this is literally the plane that I use. I thought I bought the plane that I was using. Oh, that's annoying as fuck. Accurately modeled 3D cockpit, accurately modeled exterior model, physically based rendering. Cruise speed 110, max altitude 14,300, empty weight 1275, fuel capacity 50, range 465, max weight 2150. Fuck. I'm gonna put it on the wish list. PA-28 Warrior 2. I mean, it's basically the same plane that I'm using. So I think that's why I ended up buying it. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for me tonight, chat. I'm tired. I'm going to watch Hassan and watch Andor. So, I need to send you somewhere. I'm going to send you to friend of the stream. I'm going to send you to Beats from the Basement. They just started stream. So I'm going to send y'all there so you guys could vibe out with him, with the new father. So I'm going to send y'all over there. You all have fun. Vibing out. First message are for those that are not sub. Next two messages are those that are subscribed. But thank you all so much for being here. For learning about Juneteenth. And for joining me in Flight Simulator later a little bit. Sorry it wasn't as clean as it could have been, but y'all probably got some entertainment out of it. I'm still trying to figure out how to do Flight Sim with this setup. Because it could be significantly better. But anyway, that's all from me tonight. So, by the way, you were on the marbles category? No, I wasn't. I switched it over. BiteSync. But anyway, wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good night. See y'all later. Free Palestine.